Problems of India and their Remedies, Part 2. India faces various problems like status of women, economic inequality, overpopulation, poverty, profiteering and smuggling. In this module, you will learn about these problems and look at some of the measures that can be taken to curb or alleviate them. The achievements of the women in India have been recognized since the pre-independence era. Rani Lakshmibai, Rani Chennamma, Annie Besant, Kasturba Gandhi, etc. are just a few to be named. Though today women work in various fields like teaching, engineering, medical, aviation, etc. Still, the status of women has to improve further. Social system, poverty and illiteracy are the reasons for the backward status of women. To improve the status of women, education is important. The Government of India had started the Women and Children's Development Department for the betterment of women's education and overall development. Through this program, the health, education and social status of women has improved. Programs of loan and subsidy for self-employment, Mahila Mandals, Yuvati Mandals, Stree Shakti Organization, self-help groups and women cooperatives help in all-round progress of the women. Laws like the Women Education, Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, etc. are brought into force for the empowerment of the women. Women commissions are constituted to inquire the cases of women and impart justice at the central level and state level. The government of Karnataka has launched a program, Stree Shakti, for the development of the rural women. In local governments, 33% of reservation is reserved for women. Job reservation is also provided for women by the Karnataka government. Economic inequality refers to the widening gap between the poor and rich sections of the society. The high salary syndrome in the private sector, increasing segment of white-collar jobs, profiteering, corruption, etc. lead to the widening of the gap. This increasing economic inequality has been a growing concern in India. Bridging the gap between the rich and the poor is the primary duty of the government. Proper economic reforms, careful fiscal policies, healthy taxation system, along with small-scale and rural-based industries, should be encouraged to eradicate economic equality. The poor and the tribals have to be made partners in the development by giving them proper earning opportunities. India ranks second in the world in terms of population. Factors that lead to overpopulation are increasing birth rate, decreasing death rate, decrease in infant mortality rate. Overpopulation has led to problems like unemployment, illiteracy, poverty, housing, health, water scarcity, etc. Overpopulation is unevenly distributed in India. Various measures have been implemented to curb overpopulation in India, such as family planning and family welfare programs, like mother and child healthcare programs are launched. Effective national population policies are being planned. The vast human resource has to be conveniently converted into potential element of national growth. The Central Education Department is called Human Resource Development Ministry. Literacy, technical training, agricultural development, industrial growth, export promotion and creation of employment opportunities both at rural and urban level have to be encouraged in order to tackle overpopulation. With proper planning, human power can be deemed as an asset. Poverty is the most widespread socio-economic problem of India. Poverty exists when people are not able to get sufficient food, clothing, housing, and other basic necessities of life. India is a country with vast natural resources and human resource. Proper utilization of both these resources can reduce poverty. Economic reforms need to be enforced to increase the production and the proper distribution of wealth. The central and the state governments since independence have launched many programs to eradicate poverty. For example, below poverty line or BPL cards have been issued to poor families. 5-year plans are directed to eradicate poverty and increase the per capita income of the people. Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, Rural Employment Guarantee Program, Pradhan Mantri Gramoday Yojanas are some of the undertaken schemes to reduce poverty. Profiteering refers to the gaining of huge money by easy method in business. This easy money encourages economic inequality and encourages crime. The main cause of profiteering is unchecked price rise, profit margins of producers and especially distributors. Some of the factors that lead to profiteering are monopoly of business houses, spread of multinational companies, unhealthy market practices, hoarding, black marketing, and lack of proper monitoring by commercial authorities. Profiteering can be checked by proper governmental regulations, control of price index, expansion of cooperative marketing sector, proper taxation policy. The profit margin of the producers have to be properly regulated by the state authorities. Smuggling refers to the illegal transportation of objects or people across an international border in violation of applicable laws or other regulations. Smuggling adversely affects the national economy and market condition. Boycotting smuggled goods can effectively check smuggling. Encouraging suitable modulations of domestic market prices, proper import-export policy, strict coastal vigilance service, and interstate trade agreements are some other measures that can check smuggling effectively. Let us now recap all the important points that we have covered in this module on problems of India and their remedies, Part 2.